Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Pythagorean Theorem Part 2. So this one might overlap a little bit of stuff covered in the first Pythagorean Theorem video, but it is mostly new, and I just thought since I posted that video a while ago, I should remake a new one. So without further ado, let's head all straight into this video. As you may recall from my first Pythagorean Theorem video, the Pythagorean Theorem states that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Essentially, one side of the triangle, or the leg times the base, squared, when you square each of them, is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Now, there are a bunch of different famous Pythagorean triples, and we're going to be using those in this video. Pythagorean triples are basically already known triangles that fit the equation, the Pythagorean Theorem equation. And let's say I were to have this triangle and one of the sides is x, the other is 4, and the hypotenuse is 5. Well, we could use the Pythagorean Theorem and solve it like this, and we'll get basically the missing side is 3. However, you could look at this and think about the Pythagorean triples. And when you think about the Pythagorean triples, then 3, for this one, 3 is one of them. Or let's say for here, we can immediately think 12 and 13. 13 is the hypotenuse, that means, and the missing side is 5. So that's why it's better to have the Pythagorean triples memorized. Now let's say we're to have 25, 20, and x. Now this is still a Pythagorean triple. How, you might ask? So this is essentially a 3, 4, 5 triangle, except you multiply the sides by 5. It doesn't matter if you multiply, divide, as long as you do it to all of the different sides, then it still counts as a Pythagorean triple. So here, for example, x, 24, 26. Again, this is Pythagorean triple. X, 12, or 5, 12, and 13. And we just multiply by 2 to all of them. And remember, whenever we try and figure out the missing side, we have to know what you multiply the other ones by first, just so that we can multiply this side by it as well. Now let's get on to something else. So let's say we're to have this triangle right here. And let's say this angle here and this angle here are both 45 degrees, and then there's a right angle. And let's say one of the sides is 5 and the other one is 21. Well, we could use the Pythagorean Theorem here, but we know that because the two angles are equal, well then the two sides will be equal. So this means it will be, the x side will be 5. So if you're trying to figure out, let's say they only give you one side, like not the hypotenuse, only the length, but they give you that the angles are the same and they're asking you for the other side. Well, then you know the other side is going to have to be the same as the length, because if the angles are the same. So using all this knowledge, you all are going to solve 3 different practice problems all by yourselves, 2 of which you have to try and use the Pythagorean Theorem or Pythagorean triples, and then the next one where you have to classify using the angles and try and find the missing side. You'll have 2 minutes to solve all 3 of these problems. Did you do it? Let's check if you got the correct answers. So we're going to start by doing the other ones, the ones where we're trying to find the unclassified side. So for the first one, we'll have x, 48, and 50. Well, if you look at this, it's x, 24, 25, but instead of x, 7, we just multiplied it by 2. So in order to find the missing side, we just multiply 7 by 2. And for the next one, it's x, 36, 39, and this is a 5, 12, 13 triangle, except you multiply by 3. So we know 5 times 3 is the missing side. And lastly, for the last problem, the two angles are the same, meaning the sides are the same, meaning the missing side, is 9. Congrats, you made it to the end of this video. Whether it's you needed help with this concept, you wanted some extra practice, or you just wanted to review, I hope you learned something or got some extra practice in. It'd mean the world to me if you subscribed and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a brand new video. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. It just helps me if I need to change anything. And if you have any suggestions for any of my future videos, you can always leave them on my discussion page. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Bye!